All right, folks, this is workout number 3 on the level 2 fitness center based workout routine. We're gonna begin by just talking about what do you need for this workout today. Okay, having a bench will help, possibly. Dumbbells, pair of dumbbells. Perhaps you need some bands, cable machine with the rope attachment. If you have a leg extension or a leg curl machine, that's actually very important for this workout. And then you need a treadmill or better yet, running on the track or running outside. You can do your running outside, weather permitting. And a yoga mat will also help. Okay, so let's begin the warm-up movements. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna come down into a pretzel stretch. So cross one leg over the other, and then reach in between your legs if you can, and pull your legs into your chest. This feels really good on your glute muscles, your butt, the outside of your butt, and you're gonna do 15 seconds each side or so on that exercise. The next one is going to be some side planks. Okay, side planks, I can come either from my palm or from my elbow, either way. And I want to find the appropriate level though so I can extend through my shoulders. So I can start just here with the hips down. At level 2, I lift the hips but keep my lower leg down. At level 3, I can split my feet and lift my hips up. And at level 4, I can stack my feet. If I'm really extreme, I can keep my leg up if I want to as well. And you just do 15 seconds of that exercise each side. Make sure to keep your head back and keep your hips forward and up. The arms down bridge is next. So for this one, I can be seated to start, and I place my hands down behind me, palms down, and then I'm gonna drive. I can just hang out here to start, and what I want to think about is squeezing my shoulder blades together, opening up my chest, letting my eyes look up at the ceiling. But then if I want to, I can lift my hips up, extend through my shoulders, rotate my shoulders back, let my head look back behind me, and hold that position. Then you're going to do a split kneel and turn. So split kneeling position, and then I'm going to turn toward my front leg side. I'll rotate my shoulders, I'll reach my arm back behind me and look my eyes behind me as well. I can also think about pushing my hips through, and this is a really good stretch for your hip flexor here. Doing both sides, 15 seconds. Then you're going to go on to some standing hip circles, and you're going to do 15 seconds worth of these. Now, you may want to lean it against a wall for this. This would be a good option for you. Or if you want to just be able to balance and hip hinge here, you can do it without the wall. But in either case, what you're going to do is you're going to first flex your hips up, extend one hip out, and then you're going to rotate at the hip and bring the leg around just like you're getting over a hurdle here. Don't open your hip. Don't open your other hip. Keep your other hip closed. It's just the up hip that is going to kick back and then circle around. And then the last one will be a one-leg balance. So the first thing here, it's very similar. You're just going to start by kicking your leg up, keeping your torso upright first and just kicking this leg up. Now continue to kick through this leg if you feel like you're able to hinge forward at the hip. But notice that that other leg is staying in line. I'm going to have a straight line from head to toe. And so I wouldn't want to be like this. I got to be active there. I can hold on to something for balance as needed as well on that exercise. Okay, that's the warm-up. Now let's go on to the strength. The first exercise will be dumbbell overhead presses. And I want you to take a note on this, that on the list it says 6 repetitions for this exercise. The same goes for the pull-aparts or reverse flies, and also for the chest squeezes. You're going to do a few less repetitions on those exercises than the other 3. But the dumbbell overhead presses are a tremendous exercise. Grab them, put them up on your shoulders like so, flex strong through your legs and brace your abdominals, and then press the weights directly overhead or as close to directly overhead as you can. Back down to the shoulders and then you'll complete your repetitions there with the overhead press. Okay, then the next one, you're gonna do machine or band leg extensions. So if I had one of these bands here, I can wrap it around a post, and I can step one leg into the band, put it so it's behind my knee but above my knee, step back a little bit, and see how it's pulling me forward, it's pulling my knee into extension. Plant your toe into the ground, and then what you're going to do is work here to extend the knee until you drop the heel to the ground, and then let it open and then close it down. And you're squeezing your quad muscle here in front. Now, alternatively, and it might be a little bit more simple and probably more effective overall, is the leg extension machine. So this machine that we have here, you have to make sure that this attachment for your foot is above your ankle. You want it above your ankle. Usually bring the seats as far forward as you can. You want to make sure you're able to keep your tailbone against the back of it. And then find an appropriate weight. And then it's pretty simple. You just extend your knee out. You want this to be a pain-free motion. So just work within the range of motion that is pain-free. Okay, coming back, and we'll talk about the next strength exercise, the band pull-aparts or the reverse flies. Yeah, so showing the band first. For this exercise, I'm just going to extend my arms out, palms are up, and then I'm going to work to squeeze the shoulder blades together so that the band comes across my chest. If I bring my hands closer, I'll add resistance, and if I bring them apart, I decrease the resistance. I can double the band, some of these bands up, and work it from there as well. Alternatively, I can grab a pair of dumbbells, and I can lay flat on an inclined bench, and I do the same motion. I squeeze the shoulder blades together to lift the weights out to the side. And another way I can do this is to hinge at the hips, leaning pretty far forward, bent over, reverse fly from that motion there. Okay, and then we've got some cable or upright dumbbell rows. Show you with the dumbbells first. I'm just going to stand tall, and then I'm going to pull the weights up along the line of my body. When I pull up, I'm not going to round and shrug my shoulders. I'm going to actually squeeze the shoulder blades together, and you can see the elbow driving back. So you can think about driving up and back with the elbow. And alternatively for this one, I can use the cable machine with the rope attachment. Bring it down low, grab it with the thumbs up, and then it's the same kind of idea. It's probably going to be coming at a little bit different angle here, but that's another option for you to do that exercise. Next, we'll do some cable, dumbbell, or band chest squeezes. I'm going to show you with the dumbbells first. I'm going to lie down on an inclined bench, and I'm going to extend the weights out to the side. This is going to be a lightweight exercise, and then I just bring them overhead, then back down to the side, and then back overhead. It's really in this range of motion that you're really working to open up your chest. Alternatively, I can do it with the band, wrap it around, step forward into it. I probably want to do a split stance on this exercise, so step 1 foot forward. See how let the band pull you back to start, and then sweep the arms through without really changing the angle of the elbow, and you can work it right there. And then the other option I have is I can grab with one of these attachments on either side. If I had a double-sided cable machine, I can set these up on both sides. I can again step through with the split stance, and then squeeze down from right here. I'd probably want the attachment, or I'd probably want it to be set up so that it's at about hip height, so not too high for the chest squeeze. Okay, and then the last strength exercise will be some leg curls. And it says band on there, but there's really not a great way to do that exercise with the bands. You're probably gonna hopefully have a good machine. And now this machine that I have, it's like, okay, you sit and you have to pull this, make sure you can get your leg on there. The same idea as a leg extension, you want it to be above your ankle, the foot pad. Make sure you can sit your hips all the way against the back. And then this one you simply work to bend the knee under the resistance. Now, if you happen to have one of the leg curl machines where you're lying flat and you work to curl it more in this fashion, that's an even better machine. So hopefully you'll have access to that. All right, we're on to our cardio, folks, and it's time for running. You can choose to go, we have our treadmills. You can always choose to go on the treadmill. But we also happen to have a track here, which is even better. And even better yet, if you go outside and you run on the turf, tremendous. In either case, you're going to be doing intervals. And by the way, you don't need to run. This can be walking. It could be hiking. You can go for a hike up a hill. But the one thing you do want to do is pick something where you're going to be varying the intensity. So whether it's that you're going up a hill and then down a hill, walking, or you can do that on the treadmill just the same, or you're walking briskly and then you're walking at a more moderate pace. Or if you're running, you're going to change the pace of your running. It could be jogging and walking, or it could be sprinting and jogging, whatever is appropriate for you. I just want to talk a little bit about your stride and your body mechanics on this. So if you're walking, trying to walk briskly, keeping an upright torso position and nice posture, you will have a heel strike, and then you'll come onto the ball of the foot and the toe, and then stride through on every one. Really think about pushing through with your glutes, in addition to picking your foot up and then placing it back down. Now, if I'm jogging, I'm going to be primarily on the ball of my foot. I can keep my arms tight by my side, and just try to be light on your foot, light on the ball of the foot there. And if I speed it up a little bit, it's going to be the same thing, but now I'm going to get more of a push through and a lift of the knee, cycling up, picking up the toe. This is important, being active with the toe. So I'm striding through, I point, and then I lift, and I flex to the knee, and then I'm going to step back down. And I want to minimize the amount of heel contact when I'm running. I don't want to be coming down like this every single time. This is going to be inefficient. It's going to give you shin splints, and you're going to have a harder time with it. I can have a light heel strike, but better yet, if the first part of my foot that comes down is the ball of my foot, if I can get comfortable doing that, I'm going to have a lot more success running. And I'll just show you my stride here. I bet you're going to feel that you have a lot more spring in your step but you're going to have to get used to that. You're going to have to build up to that. Okay, after your intervals running, you're going to go through your warm-up movements one more time, and then that will conclude your workout.